there are opportunities that springs up in Nigeria. When I see snail shells now, I no longer see it as a waste. It is a treasure for me. The snail shell powder is used to feed snails. It can also be used as soil fertilizers. We are making a whole lot from recycling these snail shells alone.
I'm a real Nigerian, born Nigerian, a resilient Nigerian. I live by the citizens' code. I'm a real Nigerian, accountable Nigerian, a caring Nigerian. I live by the citizens' code. I'm a real Nigerian, born Nigerian, a resilient Nigerian. I live by the citizens' code. I'm a real Nigerian, accountable Nigerian, a caring Nigerian. I live by the citizens' code. I'm a real Nigerian, accountable Nigerian, a caring Nigerian. I live by the citizens' code.
My name is Lawon Ajoke. I lead the team of the Calcium Hub, where we recycle snail shells to calcium supplement for snails, plants, and other livestock. So it all started back then in 2016 when I was waiting for my NYSC. I was waiting to go for service. I had an extra year. There was an issue with my results in school. I thought to myself, what am I going to do for 1 whole year? So I started attending different seminars, and one of the seminars I attended, the facilitator was talking about small businesses that you can do with less than 100k. The person mentioned zobo making, kunu making, bead making, and then he also mentioned snail farming. So that really caught my attention because as a child, I'd always had passion for snails, picking snails, hunting snails, and all of that. So I was really interested in snail farming, and then I went to meet him that, I would like to start snail farm, and so he linked me up with a snail farmer in Ibadan, and that was where I started snail farming from, in my student apartment with one small hunt box. I started growing till I went for my NYSC, came back, continued my snail farm, and then we expanded to what we currently have now, processing snail meats. We would clean snails for our customers. We have the shells piled up, and then it started smelling, it started breeding maggots. My neighbors started complaining, and so it became a really serious pain for me. So I started researching on how I could convert the snail shells, because I know that the snail shells is made up of 99.9% calcium, and snails need calcium to grow. So I started looking for a refined way that I can recycle these snail shells that will make it edible for my snails. I picked up the shells after watching series of YouTube videos, and then I got a divine inspiration on how I could properly recycle the snail shells. So we didn't even have any equipment. We started using mortar to pound the shells. It was very stressful, but I achieved my aim of taking off the waste from my environment, and I fed my snails with some of the samples to be sure that it is safe for the snails. And then I also gave some samples out to my students to see if their snails were going to eat it. And then the feedback was what even prompted me to go commercial, and we have been able to even have our own factory where we now recycle snail shells. So far, in less than 2 years, we have recycled over 40,000 tons of snail shells. So far, we now have students who of course have their own farms, recycling their own snail shells to feed their own snails. We have students in Lagos, Abeokuta, Abuja. We currently have an ongoing training where we have students from Cameroon, from Ghana. For people who are into the crop market, crop production, they can use our snail shell powder as fertilizers for their crops. It can also be used as soil fertilizer. So not only farmers are our target market. Nigeria is filled with opportunities. We just need to open our eyes, channel that innovative spirit that we have, so that we can create something out of nothing.
I'm a real Nigerian, born Nigerian, a resilient Nigerian. I live by the citizens' code. I'm a real Nigerian, accountable Nigerian. I live by the citizens' code.
Powered by National Orientation Agency.